Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? Happy flippin' Monday. Monday's happy. I don't know. They are for me. I hope they are for you. What's up, guys? I got a bit of a surprise this morning when I woke up. And, I was granted access to the first Descendant beta. So, I don't know. So I looked into it this morning. I requested access a while back. When this showcase? I think the June showcase stuff, you know, is whenever I saw this and was like, oh, that looks pretty dope, dude. Some of the June showcase stuff. And I was like, oh, man. Yeah, Davey, yeah. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, man. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. We're going to, it said, I looked into it this morning. I'm actually currently downloading it. So, it looked good. I love looting shooters, man. It's got like 4-player co-op stuff in it. And I figured, why not see if I can get access? Well, we got access. It's a weird situation because we got Payday 3 dropping in a few days. It does look like this game is going to be the first Descendant is going to be releasing tomorrow for beta, not today, but they're allowing installs and everything already. So I don't know. It might just be they're allowing installs. You'll be able to probably bring up the interface for logging in and stuff like that, but they'll give you like a notification you can't actually play until tomorrow or something like that. But we'll probably try it after the news and see what's going on, because the date's actually listed as the 19th. So we'll see what happens. Probably play some more of our God of Weapons that we started yesterday. Is a lot of fun. We got Payday 3 coming up in a few days, which I'm really excited about. But it was nice to get that notification for the first Descendant beta access, so that's cool. I don't think we'll be able to start playing it till tomorrow, but we will definitely see. Okay. On that note, man, again, happy Monday. I hope at least as happy as Mondays can be. We got the news this morning, video gaming news for September 18th. How about the longing? How about that longing, dude? How about that longing for the longing, dude? What up, Pinky? What's going on, man? So, let's go do the news. Let's go do the news for today, and then we'll, after we do the news, we'll try to get into the first Descendant and see what they say about any gameplay today, or if it's just going to be starting tomorrow, and then we'll play whatever we're going to play. All right. Team viewer. Team viewer, dude. Yeah. Let's do this, dude. Let's go. By the way, you can request access for the beta on Steam for the first Descendant. I'll pull it up here in a second, okay? Let's go. Video gaming news time. Let's do this. Making sure to follow the phone ban and stuff. Yeah. Gotta love that, dude. Yeah. Feels fun. Feels good. Again, we'll leave the tunes up for everybody while we go through and find our articles and everything, okay? Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I should have done it like that. Hold on. That way it gets rid of the site that we've been just getting absolutely throttled with here lately. So we won't have to deal with that. Yeah, look, we talked about this. We've talked about Marvel's Avengers enough. This was a Crystal Dynamics, basically Eidos Montreal game. That was very lackluster, to be fair, for most people anyways. It had a very repetitive gameplay style. It was basically made to monetize everything they could, which is a turnoff for most gamers. And this game didn't do well. And about half a year ago, they announced that this month it would become, unsupported, delisted, and all that. And so, there you go. If you want to play it, you need to go try it out. But I don't think you're missing much if you don't. Okay? To be fair. Oh, look. Oh, look what it is. Unity apologizing for controversial new pricing scheme. Will be making changes to the policy. I think the damage is done, to be fair. I think the damage is done. I think this is going to be basically irreparable for them. Again, we've talked about this a lot here lately. I think that Unity has shown their true colors now. And what they were trying to do and get away with really is not something that a lot of developers want to deal with in any capacity. And it's going to lead to most developers trying to use other engines moving forward, namely Unreal Engine, and moving away from Unity. That would be my expectation here. It doesn't matter. I even said this before. It doesn't matter if Unity backtracks on this and tries to make everything better. They've shown what they're after. And I think it's kind of going to be one of those things that's just too damaging for them. And we'll see. Time will tell. But we'll pull this up and we'll read about it. Yeah, is that what it is? That's funny, dude. That'd be appropriate, right? Minimalist stealth action and Splinter Cell in MGS style in No Sun to Worship, huh? Let's see what this is. I am mesmerized by the impeccable vibes of this trippy twin-stick shooter. Alright. It looks wild. Let's go take a look at this. Brazen Blaze is a VR Smash Bros. Where you can punch people into space. Cool. I think we've actually already seen a little bit of this, but let's take a look and make sure. Here you go, Pinky. Here's you a new puzzle game, dog. A puzzle game about a small dog with a very long stick. Flipping Kappa, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. And it begins. And here we are, people. Happy Monday. Oh, man. Have you guys seen these things? Have you seen these? The new gaming cup of noodles that are like getting loaded with caffeine and stuff. It's flipping wild, dude. Cup of noodles with like caffeine jacked up in them and everything. They're like promoting them as like gamer meals, dude. Thank you, bro. No, wait, what's the release date on it? For reals? Is it really that date? No way, dude. Does it have a definitive release date yet? Did they come out with it? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that would be appropriate, right? That would be your RNG. Yeah. That would be your RNG. Well, I mean, and all that look, man, that's just the universe telling you you're going to have to take extended time off from work. That's all that is, dude. Between us having to play flipping Baldur's Gate 3 and right, yeah, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. And you needing to play Talos Principle, bro, you're basically gonna have to go back into just no sleep, only plug-in recharge mode, liter coffee mug on the constant, never get up from your PC. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. PlayStation Plus subscribers deem new September games garbage, and PlayStation raised prices. So it's a good look for Sony and PlayStation right now. Got a grade D in a sleep app because my average was 5 hours 20 minutes of sleep. Huh. Yeah, you know, everybody's different. I've talked about that a lot. Being somebody who suffers from a sleep disorder, you know, I know people that just thrive and do very, very well on like half the amount of sleep that scientists and researchers have said that people need to have on the constant. What is it, like 7 to 8 hours sleep they say people should be getting a night? But there are people, dude, that run on like 4. People run on like 4, and dude, they're just on the go all day long, dude, and feeling great. There are people like that. And then there are people that can't get enough and always feel like they're dragging. You know what I mean? Always feel like they're just sluggish and everything. So I don't know. I think each individual person's, you know, physiology is different, and the way their body works, and you know, there's always going to be the issue of potential certain disorders and things like that. And I don't know. You can't always like buy into what an app is going to tell you is good or bad about your sleep. Now, obviously, if it's able to track like the amount of times you're waking up at night, stuff like that, that could definitely, you know, be something to look into. But no, I haven't yet, Ferret. No. Just haven't had the time, dude. Yeah. I think about it every morning when we start up the stream, and then I forget about it every day, basically after whenever I shut down the stream and get involved in doing other life stuff. You know what I mean? Every day I start up the stream, I'm like, oh, geez, I need to try that. What's up, buddy? Yo, yeah, dude. Titanfall 2 is actually on sale on Steam right now. So I think it's only for a few more hours, though. Yeah, maybe so, bro. I won't wake up. By the way, I won't wake up to that. I know I wake up in the morning. I wake up like usually about, you know, an hour before I stream. And then I see everything, all my notifications for like over the night. And I'm like, okay, let's go through these. I don't normally wake up at night and see stuff, or because of messages. It is rare that I'm not asleep, but it could happen. I'm a sleeper, dude. I'm like a big old fat bear. I like to sleep. So since I'm on it right now, I speaking of waking up to with notifications, I woke up this morning and I was notified that I have access to the beta for the First Descendant. So they notified me I have beta access, which is dope. The game looks cool. We've seen this is like a loot and shoot co-op game, and I first kind of got a look at this during like the showcases at the beginning of June. That was the first I had really become aware of this game, and so I hopped over there and requested access, and so woke up this morning and had a notification that I have access. So I have now downloaded it. I got on here early this morning, downloaded it so we could see if we'd actually be able to play it today or not. I don't think we're going to be able to, because if you look on the and I'll link this for you guys, if you want to try to get access as well, then go for it. I think you can still request access to the beta. But I don't think the beta opens up until tomorrow. Yeah, closed beta period is or crossplay open beta period, excuse me, is saying Pacific time of midnight as of tomorrow. And that would mean that would be like dude, I don't know. What is that for us? We're like an hour off from that, I think. Something like that. So I'm still gonna start it up. I'm still gonna start it up. We're gonna see what happens when we start up the game today. But if you're interested, now the closed or the crossplay open beta period is from the 19th through the 25th. So I mean, we'll probably get a taste of this, but I'm planning on starting Payday 3 on the 21st. So we'll see what's up with it, and we'll see how we're going to juggle this testing with just playing Payday 3, okay? But at least we'll get a taste of this, either today or tomorrow. It'd probably be tomorrow. Now, Titanfall. Titanfall is got 5 hours and 20 minutes left at $3. It goes on sale like this every once in a while, but this is a very, very renowned game for being a good experience. It's like an 86 Metacritic. You can see this right here. On Steam, it's overwhelmingly recent, 95%. All reviews all time is a 94% of over 160,000 reviews. We read yesterday, they just got the multiplayer fixed in this. So the multiplayer servers are back online for this game after being down for a number of years. So the player base is up to like over 20,000 people are like in this game and playing online and everything. And if you didn't know, this is actually the universe where Apex Legends comes from. So not that you're necessarily going to have the same exact Apex Legends experience from this game, but you know, this is where Apex comes from. It does have multiplayer in it. It does have a campaign in it that is supposed to be very good. And but I mean, you have to understand also this is a game that released in 2016, so it's going to be a game from that time period, okay? But it's supposed to be fantastic. You can get it for $3 right now, okay? So I'll link this for you as well. Let's just go ahead and talk about the free games right now on Epic also. 911 Operator is free until the 21st. You got about 3 days left right now to grab 911 Operator. Then it'll be Out of Line and the Forest Quartet, which will be free. So get your free games. It's a no-brainer. Just do it, man. Wish Titanfall had a co-op mode too. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Pinky. I mean, that's the kind of score a lot of people shoot for, right? So, yeah, like, here's the thing. People have been really wanting another Titanfall game. And I think with the popularity of Apex Legends, it's not out of the question. You know, I know obviously that, you know, they're always tied up in trying to constantly create content for Apex, and you know, that's understandable. It's a very, very good shooter, you know, battle royale shooter and everything. But it's not what Titanfall ever was. It's a different genre of game. Yeah, I mean, they're both FPSs, but as far as the, you know, Titanfall having a campaign, and stuff like that, it's very different. And yeah, I think that that'd be a very cool thing to see. If they could bring like Titanfall 3 and maybe give you like local or online co-op to play through the campaign with people, that'd be really, really neat, dude. A lot of people feel that way, Ferret. A lot of people feel that way. And I think that a lot of people actually feel that Anthem had a decent core to it. It just needed a little bit more love. And EA wasn't willing to do that. You know? It's a weird situation there with that game. I mean, there was a lot of hype. That is definitely one of those games that's an example of overrunning the hype machine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Exactly, dude. Exactly. So it definitely didn't follow through with what the game was being hyped up and promoted to offer. And but I think a lot of people thought that the core of the game was really there. You know, they had a good core. They could have built off that. It could have become something a lot of people enjoyed, and they just let it die. You know, so that's EA for you, man. I don't know. It's just, EA is one of those companies, dude, I talk about it all the time. Like, it's hard for a lot of people to grasp this concept because they just don't look at gaming this way, you know, the industry. But it's like the more you support these gross corporations, the more they do that kind of stuff to us. And EA is hard for a lot of people to not support because they're just so big. Their umbrella is just massive. All these other subsidiaries that they have underneath them, and you know, gaming's supposed to be about having fun, and I get that, but dude, they are one of the worst. God, they're one of the worst, and I hate hate that company, dude. They're so bad. Feels bad. Pokemon Go players mock lame Prime Gaming freebies. Yeah, I saw that actually. I saw that because we have some community members here, Pinky and Cabs, that have got me started playing Pokemon Go. Weirdly enough, I'm not a real big mobile game player. I dabble in some stuff here and there just because I am a gamer and I like staying up on like gaming in general. But they got me playing Pokemon Go, and then I saw the Amazon Prime stuff, and what is it? It's like, what, an experience egg and a flippin' incense or something? And I was like, oh, wow. That was a bit underwhelming. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ferret. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty gross, dude. Yeah, pretty gross. Gloomhaven's been out for a long time, but apparently it's releasing on console now too. I'll pull this up so if console players aren't aware of what Gloomhaven is, that game, Gloomhaven's been out on PC for quite some time, but apparently it's making its port over to consoles at this point. People still play Among Us for real? Ooh, Silent Hill 2 fans believe new remake info is dropping very soon. I'm not going to pull this article up because if official info does drop, we'll obviously see it in the news. The Tokyo Game Show is about to kick off. We've actually got, it's like towards the end of this month. There's going to, like, everybody's going to be there, dude. Microsoft's going to be there. Netflix has stuff popping off. There's all kinds of things happening because of the Tokyo Game Show. And Konami, which owns the Silent Hill IP, and who is it? Is it Bloom? Oh God, why can't I think of their name right now? The company doing the a lot of their Silent Hill stuff. It'll come to me in a little bit. Would it be wild? Will I be there too? I wish, dude. That'd be dope. I would love to go to Japan, dude. I would love to go to Japan. Honestly. That's one of those places that I've always wanted to go to. I think they've got such a cool culture, dude. I know a lot of people that have gotten to go spend time in Japan. Today is National Burger Day. Oh my God, I forgot. You know, back whenever, nowadays it's like, oh, it's National Burger Day. And if you want to get a deal on some burgers, you need to register in our application. And then you can get a deal on some burgers if you buy some other burgers at regular price. It's like, Jesus, that is quite the rigmarole, dude. Like, you want me to jump through a lot of different hoops just to get a deal on some burgers, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, word ferret. Nice. So, I remember back, I don't know, probably like, 5 to 10 years ago, like, National Burger Day was like, hey, yo, you know what I mean? We'll sell you burgers for $2 or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you are, buddy. Me too. Oh, my bad, guys. One second. All right. So, yeah, I don't think it would be crazy to, think that we would get some nice new Silent Hill. Because, dude, they've got like 3 games in development right now, right? For Silent Hill stuff. They got Silent Hill 2 Remake, a couple of other spin-offs that are coming. And, so, the, to think that we might get some like Silent Hill news around Spooktober time, you know what I mean? I don't think that'd be too off course there to think that we might get a little bit of news on that front. Yeah. Dude, not me, man. Bring it. Let's go, dude. Yeah. And by the way, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate it. No, don't care. Yeah, for sure, buddy. Yeah, so Super Mario RPG has some differences that we've seen now as of the Nintendo Direct, between the original game and the new game and everything, which is a little bit wild. Lies of P developer adds controversial DRM days after reviews go live. You know, we've been talking about this here lately because Starbreeze came out and was like, oh, yo, hey, even though Payday 3 is about to drop in roughly a week, we're removing de novo. We're removing DRM, which is like the opposite play that you see most developers do. Most of the time, it's like, Hey, our game's dropping in a few days, and by the way, we're adding Denuvo to it. You know, and everybody's like, "What the crap? Why did you not tell anybody that before you started doing pre-orders and stuff? Had I known, I wouldn't have pre-ordered your game." And you know that's why they do that, because they know people don't like Denuvo. So we've been talking about it here recently, where it's kind of refreshing to see Starbreeze do that with like remove it ahead of the fact with DRM. Depends on where you get them from, I think. You know what I mean? But yeah, most of the time I think so. It's just, I think a lot of people would, it's just a hassle. You know what I mean? It's like, I wouldn't have even pre-ordered had I known. You know? It also gives them something to just cry about. You know what I mean? People like to cry about stuff. So, yeah, but I think it's part of it is just the hassle of it. It's like, now I've got to go through the process of like requesting a refund and all that stuff. Waiting for the money to hit my account and ensuring that it does hit my account and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It is kind of a hassle sometimes. So there is that side of it. Bro, we've got the Unity stuff up. I think Unity is irreparably damaged. I love you leaving work early too, bro. New Outer Worlds 2 rumor hints at multiplayer. I don't even know. I mean, I'm not going to pull this article up because this is a rumor. It's not going to have any kind of real stock to go off of. I think that that would be cool, right? When I have had some personal home problems no man has ever had. What? Are you okay? Oh God, I was like, what are you talking about? Just to get the fastest ending, which isn't a good ending, but an ending. Yeah. A lot of times those like games done quick speedruns, dude. That's what they're about. It doesn't. The type of ending doesn't matter. It's an ending's an ending. That's the game being beaten, right? You know. So that's really quite often. Now there are a lot of different categories for speedrunning and everything too, right? So that's definitely something. If people aren't aware, now you know. But there are a lot of different categories. Yeah, I was confused too. Pinky had me going there for a second. Then, there'll be like certain different categories of running a game, and that can determine what kind of ending you have to go after. But if it's like an any percent, any ending or whatever, you're going to be going for just the quickest one possible, right? So the Outer Worlds 2 rumor stuff is just going to be exactly that. There's not going to be a lot. You're going to have a grain of salt with that. I think it's just something for us to keep in mind moving forward. I think the thing is, we're not going to see Outer Worlds 2 until we see Avowed. Avowed is going to be Obsidian's next game. And I'm not real thrilled about what I'm hearing out of Avowed, but it is what it is. And I think after Avowed hits, then we'll probably get more news coming our way about what Outer Worlds 2 is going to incorporate as far as gameplay and everything, right? Looks like Apex Legends, which we were just talking about because of the sell on Titanfall. Harbinger's collection event launches on September 19th. We'll take a quick peek at that for peeps. Let's go to our other search. It's so funny, dude. I've even been talking to friends that like friends I've had for a long time that I've been playing Starfield, and I swear, dude, this game is so weird for people. And I've talked about it a lot, but I really do think this is a game where if you went into this game expecting Bethesda, you're happy. If you went into this game expecting it's like a Bethesda evolution or something, and if you were not expecting basically like a more modern version maybe of like Fallout in space, you're expecting anything outside of that, you're not liking this game. I don't think there's a lot of like middle ground for this. I think most people yeah, I think most people are either one side or the other. There's not a lot of people that are like, yeah, it's decent. There's like nobody's saying that. Everybody's like, oh, it's amazing. Or everybody's like, that game sucks. Dude, I'm playing No Man's Sky now. You know? Well, funny enough, dude, there are a ton of people that have gone and played like No Man's Sky because they've been disappointed with what Starfield brought to the table. To be fair, I mean, No Man's Sky has had a lot more time to like generate content. It's been out a lot longer. Starfield will get to a point where there's a lot of modded content, and Bethesda will have added content to the game. And they've got a lot of retail, a lot of blank retail out there in that universe to play around with, you know? So that's what I've been saying the whole time is that, you know, Starfield, I think to an extent for a lot of people, and we knew that Bethesda in the first place was making this game to feel a little bit more realistic in the realm of space exploration, where you go 9 out of 10 planets are going to be fairly bleak. It's not really going to harbor life, which is about on par with what we know about most, you know, solar systems and everything, you know, as far as the life that we know exists, right? What, you know, planets that could harbor life that we know about. And so Starfield like kind of based their exploration off of that. And so they wanted it to feel a little more realistic in that aspect. And so I get that. But from a gamer's point of view, that gets, for most gamers anyways, that's going to get old real quick. When you're hitting 9 out of 10 planets, and then you've got pinky kind of RNG, you're probably going to be hitting about 50 planets before you hit one that actually harbors life. You know what I mean? And that's going to feel bad to a lot of people, you know? But at least the thing is that there's a lot of potential there with all that real estate to be played around with, from mods to Bethesda moving forward and stuff like that. So we'll just see what happens. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think you know, some people are fine with it. Some people are gonna not be. I think you know, if I was gonna play that game, look, this is the thing. I never expected Starfield to really be anything besides the Bethesda recipe, you know? So I think playing Starfield, I would have been okay. I probably would have enjoyed the experience, you know? I never expected this game to be a huge step up from anything Bethesda's ever done before anyways. So I don't think for that reasoning. Now, I'm not saying that they haven't advanced in some areas, and this game isn't a modern take on their recipe, but it is still at the core, it's Bethesda's recipe, right? It's a Bethesda game. It is what it is, you know? So, as far as that's concerned, I think I would have been fine with it. I just don't think I would have been, I wouldn't have been like blown away per se. I wouldn't have been like, oh my God, this is the best game I've ever seen in my life. No. It would have been enjoyable, I think. It would have been space Fallout, you know, space Skyrim, whatever. It's Bethesda, dude. Yeah, we talked about that. Yo, hold up, dude. Hold up. Wait. 9 o'clock on September 21st. Capcom is doing a showcase from the Tokyo Game Show. Hold on. Let's just pull up their site real quick. Physical event. Online event. Yeah. All the latest Capcom news, pre-recorded stream as part of TGS Online. Starts September 21st, this Thursday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Nice, dude. Dragon's Dogma 2, maybe? Oh, baby. Look, man, I do think that Capcom is one of the better AAA studios out there still, but they really disappointed me with the whole Exoprimal game. That game was such a just a scummy reach for monetization. It was disgusting. Oh, they are showing it. So they're going to be showing the lineup: Ace Attorney Trilogy, Street Fighter 6, Exoprimal. Look, to be fair, this game had a pretty good core to it. But it got really boring really fast. It wasn't fleshed out enough. And you could tell that they took a huge focus on trying to monetize as much as possible instead of focusing on gameplay first. But Dragon's Dogma 2, baby, oh my god. And Resident Evil 4, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep this because we're gonna be watching that on Thursday, okay? And then playing Payday 3. What? Let's go. Very nice. Oh yeah, well that's what I was gonna pull up though. Yo, check this out. Hold on. September 25th. Couldn't remember the day this came out. Okay, we're gonna see what people are thinking about Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty once reviews hit. Okay. Payday 3. Vault, what up, dude? Yo. What's up, buddy? Happy Monday, dude. I hope, anyways. Nobody should be buying Jedi Survivor. That game's a hot piece of garbage. I don't even care if it's on sale for $48. They should be paying people to play that game. Funny enough, check this out. Funny enough, isn't that the same developer behind Titanfall 2? Respawn? Didn't Respawn do Titanfall 2 as well? Yep. Respawn and EA. Woo! Just sliding down that hill, dude. Sliding down that quality hill, man. Pretty gross. Star Fox programmer says he's sure the series will return. Let's go. Cool. We got the Unity stuff up again. We'll talk about it. Why would people want to know this? The game's ending location. I'm going to play this game. I don't want to hear this like kind of spoiler crap from the director, dude. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe. Yo, wait, what? Maybe. I still don't want to know. That's still gonna take away from like what, you know, the for me and the kind of gamer I am. If I'm playing that series, you know what I mean. It's still gonna take away from like the anticipation of knowing where that one's gonna end and where I can expect the new one to begin. You know what I mean? The next one to begin or whatever. Some people, I mean, that's just the difference between me and a lot of other people, though. There are people like me that just don't want that info, and then there are a lot of people out there that they're fine with it. You know, it doesn't ruin their experience, and that's fine. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's kill this music. We'll start getting into these. Let's go. All right, I guess we're starting off with the Unity debacle. We knew this would happen. We knew this would happen. Knew that Unity would come back out and try to backtrack on this whole situation because the amount of backlash that they've and criticism they've incurred due to these new regulations they've tried to put in place for use of their game engine, right? Or software engine. So Unity apologizes for controversial new pricing scheme. We'll be making changes to the policy. Thank you for your honest and critical feedback. When game engine company Unity announced a change to its pricing plan last week, the response from developers was overwhelmingly negative. It wasn't just a change to its pricing plan, it was a complete overhaul of how they were going to monetize this platform. And it was going to just absolutely wreck so much stuff. And it was very short sighted on their part, to be fair. They didn't address so many different critical things that needed to be addressed in regards to like charity games that are made for charity, free to play games. I mean, you know, everything was going to be based on how many times the game was installed, which means that there could have been, you know, basically install bombing done against companies and stuff like that. They didn't think about any of this or address any of this on the initial rollout to try and be proactive in this situation of being like, oh, hey, we've already thought about that. This is how we're addressing this. And it was just like trying to react to everybody's all these other companies were like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? With all these different kinds of scenarios that Unity didn't address in the first place. And they're like, oh, we'll handle it this way. Oh, we'll handle that situation this way. You know what I mean? And instead of being proactive and thinking about all these different unique kinds of situations in which these changes were not going to play out very well, and then they needed to have a plan in place to address, they were just reactive in the situation, and it did not look good. The change would mean developers would be charged an increasing fee as they cross set thresholds every time their games were installed. It was called, among plenty of other things, an astonishing scumbag move. Leon, oh bro, yo dude, I'm really sorry to hear that, dude. Hang out with us. Hang out with us, dude. That's terrible to hear, dude. I know life can get dark sometimes and everything, dude. I think that I know life can be brutal. I don't know what you got going on, dude, but life can be brutal. Welcome into the community, by the way. Usually whenever people get to that point where they feel like there's nothing left for them, it's because you're in a situation in life that feels too overwhelming to dig yourself out of, or like there's just nothing left for you or whatever. But I don't really think that that's the case. So I think that the phrase, or when it rains it pours. That's something that I think is very, very true. I've experienced it many times myself. Usually there's a couple of big things that'll happen to people in life that makes it feel like a lot of other little things will happen also that feel bigger because of those big things. And it feels like you're never going to work your way out of it or whatever. But I really don't. I don't think that's the case. Yo, Leon, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think that it's tough because nobody ever knows what anybody else is really going through, right? But I think that like what I started with was just like saying that like we're here for you to like hang out with and lean on and be a part of and everything. I think that's a big thing for people. I think a lot of people feel lonely. I think loneliness is a big contributing factor to people feeling like they don't have anything. And that's not all of it, don't get me wrong, but this place is full of people. Our community is full of amazing people that are always here to, lend an ear or a shoulder or whatever for whatever might be going on for anybody else. We have a lot of good times. We have a lot of laughs and everything, but this is supposed to be a community of caring for one another and being here for one another and things like that. So there's no, as long as people are good people, they belong here, and that's all that matters. This is a place of inclusivity, welcoming, caring, and so anybody that ever is going through anything, that's one of the main things about this community is trying to make sure people feel comfortable and welcome enough to come be here and be a part of things if they need anything, And so just know that we're always here for you, buddy. If you need any place to hang out, and even if you need to get anything off your chest, if you're feeling like it, nobody has to divulge anything if they don't want to. But if you need to talk or get things off your chest or whatever, we've got the live stream. We're here 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, or we've got the Discord channel. We got a lot of amazing people in the Discord channel as well. I think that depending on what might be going on, I mean, I think everybody can always use somebody for help. whether it be somebody close to you, or maybe sometimes you need somebody that isn't close to you, somebody that you don't know. Where that way it won't feel like there's quite as much judgment if you need to express some sentiments or some feelings or whatever. I don't know, where you're from, where you live, if there's anything that you've done about thinking about reaching out for any kind of support. They're usually in a lot of different areas. There's like numbers you can call for anonymous kinds of support to talk to people, um, groups you can go hang out in to just talk and get things off your chest if you're more into hanging out with people in a physical, kind of scenario, like one like with other people, and you kind of share some stuff or whatever. I don't know if you've looked into that kind of thing. Video games are absolutely like Pinky said, dude. Video games are a huge thing for me, man. They've always been kind of my escape and something that has always brought me a lot of joy. I think that's one of the things is like trying to figure out how you can live your best life. You know what I mean? Not trying to live the life that maybe other people have set expectation wise for you, but finding ways to live your best life in a healthy way. You know what I mean? For mental health and physical health, and doing what helps you to feel good about yourself. And it's not always a quick thing. It's quite often a slow process of healing and um, getting healthy, right? But if you can, take those baby steps in trying to narrow down what those things are, I think that that's actually a huge, big first step in kind of treading a path towards finding happiness. You know what I mean? I think finding out how to be happy in yourself is in what you want out of life, and what you can get out of life is a huge thing that a lot of people need to figure out for themselves before you can try to even help anybody else out with happiness or anything like that either. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude that I've had a lot of ups and downs in life. I'm not anybody that has any kind of official training and trying to help people through these kinds of situations. I've got a lot of life experience. I've been through a lot of different ordeals. I've had a lot of ups and downs. I've tried to, help create a community here along with all the other amazing people that are part of this place where people can feel safe and comfortable and come be a part of to help lift people up each day, one day after another, and so we all love gaming around here. This is one of the things that makes us happy, and that's what we do. We try to immerse ourselves in the world that we enjoy. We play games together a lot. We talk about games, and so I don't know, man. I think that's a big part of it. Finding out how to live your best life. Dude, that first statement is like a scary thing for me to hear from people, and it's a hard situation as a content creator to see that come from people, which has happened a few different times. It's really a hard thing too, because I don't want people to harm themselves, and I really do, like, I care about people, and I would just say that, like, first and foremost, it can get better. It will get better. It takes time quite often. And if you've got to allow yourself time to get better, for life to progress and evolve and work your way through this kind of stuff. So, I would just, prompt you to, and plead with you, excuse me, to not do anything rash right now. And you know, just try and see what we can do to try and help you get through this in a healthy way, instead of, resorting to something drastic like that. You know what I mean? We care. And even if you feel like there aren't any, maybe you don't have anybody else out there that cares. I care. So it's a tough thing to see people say that kind of stuff, because it's as a content creator, you're kind of without any real measures to do anything. It's a very anonymous kind of thing the internet is. So you see people say that kind of thing, and you don't want to see people do that kind of stuff if you're a caring kind of individual, and but your hands are kind of tied in the fact that you don't have much that you can do, right? And other than try and see what you can do to provide some assistance and some guidance to help people through this kind of thing. So I don't know, buddy. I mean, again, like I said, I mean, we're always here, and if there's anything that we can do to help you progress through this situation and get a bit healthier and into a better mindset to deal with what's going on, then we'll definitely do everything we can to help you out, my friend. You know what I mean?
Now that we're friends, is it okay if I pet you?
I owed a Subaruski for winning rando mode a while back. So Leon, hang out with us, man. Everything will be okay, buddy.
OutsiderAntics gifted Leon_Thebist23 a subscription. OutsiderAntics gifted a tier 1 sub to Leon_Thebist23.
Yo, Arnie, what's up, buddy? Yeah, what's up, dude? See something real quick. Okay. How you doing, Arnie? Happy Monday, dude. I don't know. So we'll get back into this. I mean, Leon, I think the final thing I'll say is like, if you need assistance finding resources to help you through whatever situation you might be dealing with, dude, I'll do my very best to help you with that. I know there are a lot of other people that in this community that would do the same thing for you as well. So I don't know where you're located, and that's not something that everybody necessarily needs to know. Because I'm sure you're probably not comfortable divulging that to an entire online community or whatever. But we do have a Discord channel, and if you want to just come be a part of our Discord server as well, you can feel free to send me a DM, a private message on there, and let me know where I might be able to assist in helping you find some support in your area to deal with maybe some of these feelings that you're having and stuff. If that's something you're interested in, I'll do everything I can to help you, buddy. If there is anything I can do, you feel like I can do to assist you. All right. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm good. I'm good, Arnie. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we in the middle of doing video gaming news, obviously, dude, and then we're going to we're going to probably be playing some here, I'll show you. We started playing this yesterday, which is a pretty cool little game called God of Weapons. It's like an inventory management game along with like a roguelite kind of auto battler, almost like Vampire Survivors a little bit, but it's really good, dude. We played it like half the day yesterday, and it's a lot of fun. It's like $5.50 on Steam right now. It's a really cool game, and but I also just got access to the first Descendant beta, so I installed that this morning. But I don't think I'll be able to play that until tomorrow. So we'll see what we get into today. It'll be one of these two things. It'll be one of these two, but we'll see what it is. Okay. Yeah, dude. It's good to see you, Arnie. So let's get back. I'm gonna read back into this article here. So Unity apologizes for controversial new pricing scheme. We'll be making changes to the policy. Thank you for the honest and critical feedback. When game engine company Unity announced a change to its pricing plan last week, the response from developers was overwhelmingly negative. The change would mean developers would be charged an increasing fee as they crossed set thresholds every time their games were installed. It was called, among plenty of other things, an astonishing scumbag move. In addition to criticism from game developers, Unity was sent a potential threat that was serious enough the company closed 2 of its offices and canceled a CEO meeting after receiving it. Now, Unity has issued an official apology and explained that it will be making changes to the announced policy. We have heard you, the statement begins. We apologize for the confusion and angst the runtime policy we announced on Tuesday caused. We are listening, talking to our team members, community, customers, and partners, and we'll be making changes to the policy. We will share an update in a couple of days. Thank you for your honest and critical feedback. Pricing change was seen as an impediment to including games in bundles, giveaways, and subscription services like Game Pass, which would pass the fees back down to developers. It was also criticized for being applied to games that have already released as long as they continue to be distributed after the new policy goes into effect on January 1st. This is where, like, we even saw games like Cult of the Lamb from Massive Monster be like, yo, if you want to play our game or own our game, you should buy it now because we're going to delete our game as of January 1st. Some people said that they were joking, but it didn't sound all that much like a joke. It was like, you know, I don't know, man. And even Devolver, which is the publisher of many, Devolver Digital is one of my favorite publishers, and if not my favorite currently. They're the ones that actually published Cult of the Lamb, and they basically put out a message on social media saying that if you want us to continue to be a publisher for your titles moving forward, you should take a really hard look at what game engine you're using moving forward. Meaning, basically, if you're using Unity, we don't really want to be a part of publishing your games. There's a lot of stuff that has gone on here. Even to the point of developers, like the developer, I can't think of their name right now, for we read about this yesterday. Who was it? Why cannot think of the name of that game right now, dude? Bro, I'm tripping. Let's see it. I know I have it in here. Where I did. Help me out, guys. The flippin' roguelite game we played not too long back. Man, I'm tripping. Where's it at, bro? Oh my god. I'm just brain farting the name of this game so hard right now. My brain's all stunk up, dude. Oh, for real? No. Not Liza P. It's the oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Why am I blanking the name of this game so hard right now? I know I have it. I thought it was still in Slay the Spire, dude. There it is. Slay the Spire. Oh, you know that, yeah, that, you know, the game, the game, the roguelite, the one. Slay the Spire, dude. Yeah, so Slay the Spire developers actually, they're in the middle of creating a new game. And and they're in the middle of creating a new game. They're like apparently like somewhere around like halfway through development. They're like, yo, we're actually prepared to completely bite the bullet on this, and we're just going to strip the game down and rebuild it on an entirely new engine. I mean, there are a lot of developers that are just super. I mean, the thing that's unfortunate is that there are a lot of developers, like indie developers, that are in the middle of building a game on the Unity engine that can't really afford to backtrack like that. You know, they can't really afford to backtrack. So they just kind of have to deal with the ramifications moving forward of whatever Unity is going to be doing. But I do think that it doesn't matter in large part. I think the reputation that Unity has been forever ruined by what they tried to do here. I think that most developers now are just going to look at Unity and go, no, probably not a good idea, because they've seen what Unity tried to do here. Developers remain critical of this latest statement from Unity. There wasn't any confusion, said Trent Koosters of Jumplight Odyssey Studio League of Geeks. In fact, the exact opposite is a concerning issue here. We all very clearly understood the devastating impact and anti-developer sentiment of your new pricing model far better than you ever did or cared to before rolling it out. That's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem right there. See? Chat GPT, rewrite this game into Unreal 5, right? Easy, thanks, yeah. All right, Leon. All right, buddy. I hope all goes well, my friend. Yeah, we're always here, dude, if you need anything, yeah? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I was getting at. They can try to backtrack all they want, but they've shown their true colors now, right? Unity has shown exactly what they're about. And they are still going to have an amount of developers that are not going to easily be able to move away on projects they're already very, very far along in. But I think most developers are done with Unity now. I think most developers are going to be like, we're just going to move over to something, which will be Unreal, right? It'll be Unreal. But it doesn't matter. I even said this for the past couple of days. It doesn't matter if they backtrack. They irreparably damaged their reputation, dude. Everybody sees what they're about. This was a very, very, very poorly planned rollout of a change for their pricing model and stuff. And it shows that they have absolutely no regard for what developers actually are doing, and it's going to ruin them, dude. I really do think it's going to ruin them. It's pretty bad. Enjoy minimalist stealth action, Splinter Cell, and MGS style in No Sun to Worship. Have you guys seen this? Wait, have we seen this? No Sun to Worship. I haven't.
The world was already gone when
This is
they
some
arrived.
old school looking stuff. Let's go.
Their ships hovered above us, motionless, silent. They judged us as we picked up the pieces of our past. What broke in man that we decided to kill ourselves so we could punish our equals?
Let me see here.
As we turned our heads to the sky, we witnessed the scenes of regret, soundtracked by a chorus of punishment. No sun to worship in the absence of light.
One second, guys. 1 second. Um, I've got to address something real quick. Okay. All right, cool. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, I just had to address something real quick. Um, okay, that's kind of a cool little like retro take on games. Indie dev Antonio Freire is at it again, making stealth games, and has released this delightful No Sun to Worship to the world. In this little stealth indie, things have very clearly gone bad for humankind, and you're a person charged with making it worse for whoever's employing you, one sabotage, murder, and assassination at a time. No Sun to Worship is a stealth game where you're a single person infiltrating larger groups, one where a meter shows how much noise you're making and how visible you are. Your stance and movement are as important as light and sound. Missions have multiple ways to complete, with a clock to beat on subsequent plays, and a hard mode if you want to get your ass kicked. A short minimalist stealth action game about the importance of art. We painted the sky ashen gray, burned the heavens to starve each other. Now we walk an endless cemetery of regret, is how developer Freyr describes it, which I'd say, as someone who reads a whole lot of game descriptions, is a great game description. PC Gamers West Finland spoke with independent developer Antonio Freyr earlier this year about his love for stealth games. This is his third one in as many years. Quote, in my previous two stealth games, I was trying to fit certain genre expectations and certain tropes because I was trying to make a stealth game. Now I'm just trying to make a good game which happens to have stealth in it to serve the story and message I want to share. This way of thinking liberated me and allowed me to make No Sun to Worship more original, but also more fun and polished. No Sun to Worship is certainly an appealing looking game with a sort of post-nuclear war environment where not only is Earth poisoned by weapons, but we're still fighting each other over what's left. Oh, and aliens have clearly come to invade our little world to boot. It's rich with heavy lighting and weird glowing but eyed helmets for the masked protagonists to slink around and shoot at. No Sun to Worship is 6 levels long, each playable on a harder difficulty as well. Certainly got the vibes to carry off that length, and the atmospheric tone of the trailer dialogue and world description make me want to dive right in. In fact, I probably will. Let me fetch my Steam Deck. $8 right now on Steam. 20% off until September 22nd. Let's check it out real quick. I'll link it for you guys. There you go. It's a 91% right now. That's pretty cool. It looks dope. It looks pretty cool. Very retro. It's neat. So it's about $6.50 almost. It'll be about $7 with tax and everything US. There you go, guys. I am mesmerized by the impeccable vibes of this trippy twin-stick shooter. Nidus is a crawling beautyscape of strangling bugs and flowers. Let's see this. Jeez. Bro, those are some colors. Holy crap. I want to be careful about what kind of tea you're drinking before you play this game. A celestial flower blooms as a vicious wasp protects. Complete their intertwined symbiotic life cycle in a realm crawling with hunger, reads the simple description of Nidus, an upcoming twin-stick shooter from indie developer Caleb Wood. Over time, you dislike it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just depends. It seems like one of those games where you can start getting really, really crazy, and with all the different colors, and like I think it's pretty looking whenever it's not too polluted on the screen. It's pretty when it's not too polluted. But if it gets to a point where there's just too much on the screen, it's going to get really hard to tell what's going on, I think, because it's just too crazy. What it describes as some of the most entrancing gameplay snippets and trailers I've seen all year. And Nidus is a twin-stick arcade shooter that looks to be some seriously demanding gameplay. Here's the trick. You control both flower and wasp as a symbiotic organism to survive their strange ecosystem long enough to complete their life cycle. The two characters push and pull against each other. The wasp can smash, slice, and sting enemies with great speed. The flower has a more stable movement and can seemingly fire projectiles both directionally and in spinning bursts. As the wasp takes down enemies, it collects energy that it can use to pollinate the flower, which lets it unleash those burst attacks and heal the duo. None of this, of course, mentions the scintillating, rippling colors and effects that Nidus has going on. It's painted in a rich palette heavy with oranges, blues, purples, yellows, and reds. Oranges. We love oranges. With the wasp and flower highlight in brilliant white lighting effects that change in tone as the backgrounds and enemies shift in color. It's the kind of art style that takes a well-designed game from forgettable to memorable, or in this case, from not on my wish list to on my wish list. Bosses will be non-linear, Mega Man style, letting you choose the order of levels. Whichever you choose, though, the others will become more powerful. Nice. It's got, like, enemy scaling. That's good. Last boss chosen will always be the strongest, says the developer. Defeating a boss enables you to upgrade either the wasp or the flower. This is a different trailer, I think. It looks pretty cool. Right, wasp pollinating as wasps do. Right, what that wasp should be doing is probably like killing all those big enemies, laying larvae inside of them. You know what I mean? Perhaps most exciting for some of us is that you'll be able to play with the two-character game with two people. It'll have local co-op with one player as the flower, the other as the wasp. It is supported by Steam's Remote Play Together as well, so you can locally cooperate in a non-logical fashion. Interesting. Nidus, huh? That's interesting. Ah, I'm gonna put it on the wish list. Just I want to keep track of this a little bit. I like the whole like local co-op thing too. That's pretty cool. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh. Cool. Cool. All right, yeah, that's pretty neat, dude. That could be good. Just shapes and beats. What was just shapes and beats? That sounds so familiar, dude. Okay, yeah, dude, that's a banger, huh? Let's see this real quick. Interesting. Brazen Blaze is a VR Smash Bros. Where you can punch people into space. VR Studio My Dearest is best known for branching narrative games like Tokyo Chronos and Alt Deus. Its next game is a bit of a departure than being a 3-on-3 multiplayer punchy shoot where you can use super gauntlets to send people into orbit. Brazen Blaze sounds like a cross of Super Smash Bros. And a hero shooter with a heavy focus on close quarter melee combat, according to its description on Steam. Cast playable characters seems to be anime protagonists caught in the moment before they hit power level 3000 and fight someone who is about to take on their final form. Compete across destructible environments. Each one has a different weapon and ultimate skill, which include warping gravity, launching missiles, and healing. The power gloves seem like the real star, with the ability to punch someone straight through a wall, a neat addition to a VR combat game. The kind of superhero fight where characters smack each other into architecture feels good in the Injustice series. Can't think of a time I've seen it attempted in VR. It's currently in closed alpha. You can register to join at the Virtual Haven Discord server. It's due to release fully next year via the Quest and Steam. What is the name of this? They don't even have a let's see, Brazen Blaze here. If you want to try to get into the alpha of this. Oh. It's a so the shapes and beats, it's a soundtrack with gameplay included type of game. Okay, cool, dude. Nice. That's there's a link in there, but let's try to pull this up. We'll see what Brazen Blaze is. Is it on here? It is. Okay. Okay, so I love how gross the trailer looks. That's a terrible trailer, by the way. So let me just point something out. Not only did they, like, whenever they were showing the gameplay, they had these big, giant pieces of text over most of the gameplay where you couldn't hardly see anything. The limited amount of gameplay they did show was like covered by the text. The text was also terrible. The text was massive, weird looking, and it was hard to read. That was a terrible flipping trailer, dude. If you want to see more, though, here. I like how they showed the players, like, very rarely. Here's a puzzle game about a small dog with a very long stick. Here, Pinky, this is you, dude. Here you go. Stick to the plan, dude. Very informative. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You are dog. You have stick. Dogs do puzzles. Seems loud, sorry. Stick to the plan. Should be coming out very soon. Q3 of this year is what it says. Roberto is a dog. Roberto loves to carry around very long sticks, canes, poles, pipes, and other such extended, often cylindrical objects. This is Roberto's calling in life. Your job in Stick to the Plan is to help Roberto get his sticks from one point to another. It's an adorably simple puzzle game from the indie developer Dead Pixel Tales. It focuses on funny new solutions to puzzles and weird twists rather than brain-burning difficulty. It's what I'd call a relaxing puzzle game, one that delights you rather than frustrates you. Stick to the Plan is about 70 levels long, comes with an environmental ambient soundtrack that sets the mood for a relaxing, wholesome puzzle experience. Also has accessibility options like bright outlines for Roberto and the many, many sticks. Illustrated comic bits outline a cute little dog story between levels. Stick to the Plan is out now. It is out now. Okay. And it also has a demo you can check out on Steam or on itch.io. If you played it before, that might be because it's an expanded version of a jam game made by Dead Pixel Tales, Rocket Raw, Naburo, and Dulinato back in late 2022, released for free at the time. The full version is predictably quite expanded since that early proof of concept. You can find Stick to the Plan on itch.io for $9.50 US or on Steam for $12, which is 20% off until September 19th, which is tomorrow. All right. Here you go. There you go. PlayStation Plus subscribers deem new September 2023 games garbo. PS Plus members remain unhappy with Sony's recent price changes. PlayStation Plus subscribers are quite unhappy with the lineup of new games that will soon be coming to the service. In September 2023, earlier this month, Sony pushed live a massive overhaul to PS Plus that saw the essential, extra, and premium tiers of the service all spiking in price quite substantially. Oh, for real, Ferret? I feel like it's overrated. That's just me. It's good. It's good. But overrated. It's Burger Day, though. Interesting. I might have to take a break and get some burgers for lunch, dude. Love some Chick-fil-A. Yeah. They've had some controversy here of late, too, haven't they? I don't know all of it, but they've been wrapped up in some controversy for a little while, too, I think. I don't know what it was all about, though. But just as far as our food's concerned, it's decent. It's, I mean, there's definitely worse fast food places. That's for sure. But I guess I don't see the appeal of it like other people do. Dude, there are people that will eat that stuff nonstop, and people will stand in line forever at Chick-fil-A's for food. It's crazy, dude. I don't get it. The feature trailers for Warhammer Realm of Ruin. I think we did look at that, But I'll pull it back. I'll pull it up in just a second and see. Yeah. Oh, you've got it. Thanks, dude. What's up, Timwin? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think we've already looked at this, but there's no reason why we can't look at it again. When did this one hit? 3 days ago. Maybe we didn't see this one specifically, so we'll watch it. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. What's up, man? Happy flipping Monday, dude. What's going on? But I'm happy for you, dude. I'm happy. That's like so it's kind of the same thing for me. Like I love In-N-Out Burger, dude. I love In-N-Out Burger. And there are other people that are like, it's not that great. And I'm like, I respect that sentiment. I love it. Yeah. Oh, for real? Yeah. Yeah. Like, I love In-N-Out Burger. I'm not a big fan of their fries, but bro, I'll smash out In-N-Out Burger every single day. I love their burgers, dude. And not everybody feels that way. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just one of those respective takes, or a subjective kind of thing. Oh, for real? Yeah, dude. I had never had it till I lived out in California. And then I got lucky enough, dude, that where I lived previous to where I live now, like we don't have any around here, but where I lived previous to where I live now was not California, and we had one. There was one, and it was not that far from where I lived, and it was really dangerous. Really dangerous for me to have an In-N-Out Burger really close to where I lived. They've got a really cool like hidden menu and everything though. You should look it up. It's pretty cool. They used to go and get like double, triple animal style burgers, dude. Oh God, very good. Well, I mean, you also have to take into consideration, Tinwin, how big the U.S. is, right? In comparison to most other countries, the U.S. is massive. Yeah. So it's one of those situations where I think you have to actually take a look at that. Also, it's like we've got way more than 20. Also, there are way more than 20. I agree. I mean, the fast food like epidemic in this country. The fast food thing is crazy. And let me be fair. The fast food in this country is not great. It's really not. Most of it is really subpar. It's very actually gross. I don't eat a lot of fast food. Occasionally I'll eat some, but most of the time I don't eat fast food. We are, we're a family that we cook most of the time. You know what I mean? I'll occasionally go out. Like today's Burger Day, dude. It's National Burger Day, so I might go out and grab some burgers or something. Or occasionally me and the kids, you know what I mean? I'll take the kids and go grab something to eat. We'll get a pizza or something. But we don't eat out very often. But I do have like a couple of like fast food restaurants that I'm a fan of. That if I'm gonna go eat fast food, I'll try to go to those places because I enjoy those more than a lot of the other ones that are just kind of gross to me, you know. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them, dude. There's a ton. There's a ton of fast food, but it's because this country has for a long time, and not that the entire world's not like this, but I'll say this: I have gone through classes that have talked about and have educated me a little bit more on the fact that the U.S., as opposed to most of like European countries, we have we for a long time anyways, and this could be changing a little bit, or maybe has changed some since I was educated on it. We tend to be more monochronistic about the way we address our days. We're very fast paced, whereas a lot of European countries are more polychronistic when it comes to time, a little bit more laid back, basically, is what it is, right? And where fast food has really come into play for America is that we've been that kind of culture for a very long time. On the go, don't have time to make food, go, 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 go. So fast food has become very prominent because of that fact, right? And I'm not saying that like European countries don't have some of that culture as well, but I don't think it's quite to the extent of maybe like what the U.S. is and has been for a long time. Um, but I also think part of it is the culture of people not knowing how to cook well in this country. I think Europe is a country that is a country. Europe is a continent and made up of a lot of great cultures of culinary cooking where that's been passed down. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of the culinary aspects of cooking in our country here have been lost, and that sucks, dude. And I grew up cooking. My parents cooked. I cook. You know what I mean? My wife cooks too. My wife's a good cook. I'm a cook. My son is learning to cook right now. But I think a lot of people in this country have lost that. You know what I mean? Um, and so people have just gotten to where all they do is order food all the time. And it's made the restaurant business, whether it be decent restaurants you wouldn't necessarily consider fast food, where you'd order food, they'd prepare it there, and you'd pick it up or deliver it or whatever, or actual fast food restaurants. The restaurant business in this country is just huge. Yeah. Terrible food. Yeah, what do you mean by that, dude? We have terrible food standard. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that that's also a thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because everything's, it's all about processed ingredients and jacking everything up with like sugar and stuff like that. A lot of Europe is not like that. A lot of the rest of the world actually is not like that. They're not about that. Yeah, I mean the food industry in this country is really really bad. The more processed, the cheaper it is. Buying whole foods, buying like clean foods and everything in this country is stupid expensive. Whereas a lot of other countries in the world, that's the way most of their foods are, just naturally, right? But it's all a part of the politics and industry and being in cahoots with each other and stuff like that. Timwin's not wrong. Timwin's not wrong at all. It's really expensive to eat healthy in this country, and a lot of it's because of what they've done with the foods. Yep. The US is pretty bad standards wise. Yep, it is gross. Which is why it benefits people to actually know how to cook. Like what I was talking about. Dude, we got off on an entirely different. We're not even talking about video games now. But I'll just say this. That's why it does benefit people greatly to learn how to cook in some capacity. And I'm not talking about opening a box of flipping macaroni and cheese, right? Yeah, we have been all over the place today, Ferret. Yeah, no doubt. I'm talking about actually getting some like raw ingredients, getting some meat or some tofu, some kind of protein, beans or whatever, getting some vegetables, you know what I mean? Sauteing stuff up, like putting spices in there with it. Actually, not cooking from a box or anything like that. You know what I mean? Learning how to use raw ingredients to cook dishes. You know what I mean? That is a huge thing for people in being able to live a healthier lifestyle, eat healthier. And dude, I've gotten bad over the years. I'm not nearly as good as I used to be, but I only used to eat clean food for the majority of a decade. I almost only ate clean food, and was like I was like a health nut basically. It just worked out all the time. I only ate clean foods. I cooked all the time, and we still cook all the time, and we're not as healthy as we used to be or anything, but it makes a huge difference. It really does. You can still eat healthy in this country. You have to look really hard at ingredients and food you buy, and a lot of stuff you need to just prepare raw. Yeah, yeah, it's corn syrup, dude. Yeah, Tim. So that's one of the big things. That's what I was talking about. Sugar's in everything. Sugar is in everything in this country, and it's because it's addictive, right? So sugar's in everything. It's addictive, and it's processed sugars. There's a big difference between processed sugars and raw sugars. Like we have bags here at the house of I'll grab it real quick. Look. Like we'll use stuff like this, dude. It's here, there you go. It's coconut sugar, dude. Organic coconut sugar. Boom. Yeah. So we just get like a big old bag of it, dude. You know what I mean? So we don't use like processed granulated sugar or anything. This is just like minimally processed or anything. And this we'll use like this kind of stuff, or we'll use honey, or like agave nectar or something like that. You know what I mean? So we use if we need to use sugar for anything, we use like natural sugars, not like, because most people they go, oh, I need sugar. They go to the store here in the US, they grab a bag of like highly processed sugar. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, but most sugars don't have gluten in them. It's there's not wheat in most sugars. You know what I mean? But that's just yeah, I mean we have to be careful about what we cook and stuff like that too. Oh, the whole eating healthy part. Well, it's not that there's unhealthy, it's not that wheat's unhealthy. We just have to be careful about what we cook and everything because of the gluten part. Yeah, because it's very. My wife is not like just intolerant really anymore. She's like legit allergic. If she ingests anything that has to do with gluten, which is wheat or whatever, it immediately wrecks her digestive system. It's really, really brutal. So yeah, we just have to be careful. So it's not necessarily unhealthy to eat wheat. It's unhealthy for her to eat wheat, right? Yeah. So yeah, we have to be a little bit more careful. And but it didn't. It wasn't always like that for us, right? She was not always that way. It's something that kind of progressed as like through adulthood and stuff for her. But it progressed really fast. It's a really kind of a weird thing. It's kind of the same thing as like me with milk, almost. I didn't ever used to have a deal with milk, and I can't drink dairy milk anymore. It just absolutely destroys me, dude. I can eat yogurt, I can flippin' eat cheese all day long, but bro, if I drink dairy milk, I am done. You do not want to be around me. I feel like I'm gonna explode, dude. It is gross. But her, it's like anything wheat, yeah. So it's definitely made us to where we've had to for a long time pay attention to ingredients much more than maybe a lot of other people have to. But we did that for a long time anyways as a couple and as a family, just because we were interested in living a healthier lifestyle, you know what I mean? Goat's milk? No, I don't care to. I've drank almond milk forever, ever since, really. I started out with soy milk actually, and then just switched over to almond milk. I love almond milk, dude. I think it tastes great. Other people's like, dude, it tastes like water. And at first it did to me too, but now it's like, I like almond milk, dude. I'll just chug like glasses of almond milk, man. I think it tastes good. Let's get back into this. Yeah, Tinwin's not wrong. Yo, thanks for the article too, buddy. Yeah, we'll or the trailer. We'll take a look at that. I'll put it actually up here with the Gloomhaven one. We'll look at both those real quick. So yeah, we'll get back into the gaming news stuff. PlayStation Plus subscribers are quite unhappy with the lineup of new games that will soon be coming to the service in September. Earlier this month, Sony pushed a massive overhaul to PS Plus that saw the essential, extra, and premium tiers of the service all spiking in price by 25 to 30%, actually. Since that time, a number of PS Plus members have started to question if they want to keep their subscription active in the wake of this cost hike. Yeah, they didn't have any reason to raise prices. they've only had this subscription service in this capacity that is something similar to what Game Pass has offered for the past 5 to 6 years. PS Plus has only been in this same kind of realm of offering this type of subscription service comparable for about a year now. And then they're raising prices by this much. The only reason they're doing it is because they feel like they have enough people on lock in the PlayStation brand that they'll continue to buy into it. That's it. That's the only reason why. They don't have a reason to do it. Not a legitimate one. Other than the fact they think they can get people to pay it that are just solely PlayStation gamers. That's all it is. There's no other reason. They definitely don't have the key ingredient to a great subscription service like Game Pass does of day one releases. Sony's been very adamant about not doing that, right? So since that time, a number of PS Plus members have started to question if they want to keep their subscription active in the wake of the cost hike. While opinions surely differ depending on who you may ask, it seems that Sony's upcoming slate isn't going to do much to convince subscribers to stick around. Recently posted to the PlayStation blog, Sony outlined the next wave of titles that will be coming to the game catalog, which is accessible to those with PS Plus Extra and Premium. In total, 20 games are coming to the service this month across PS5 and PS4 and include the likes of 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, Planet Coaster, Console Edition, and Civilization 6, to name a few. Although a variety of these games might be enticing to some, the consensus seems to be that September is much weaker than what has been seen in the past. I think October is going to be a better one. Probably going to get some Spider-Man stuff in there, things like that. But imagine paying $160 for these crap-ass games. What a combination of words. I'm going to start saying that. Crap-ass. This sounds gross. Imagine paying $160 for these crap-ass games, said one comment in reference to the new annual price of PS Plus Premium. Others simply dubbed this forthcoming slate as garbage, while different commenters remained shocked that Sony would raise prices, only to not increase the quality or quantity of games coming to PS Plus. Although there were a variety of negative comments aimed at Sony and PS Plus to be seen in the PlayStation blog, it's worth noting that there was some positivity among a bunch. Specifically, many subscribers noted that incoming slate is quite strong and that games like 13 Sentinels and Near Replicant are simply being slept on. As such, the reaction that Sony dealt with wasn't wholly poor. Seems that a lot of subscribers simply now have higher expectations in lieu of higher prices. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what's their reasoning behind raising prices? I don't get it. They don't really, I mean, here's all your list of games that are being added, but it has been very meh for them, honestly, in my opinion. And then they're raising prices too. I don't know, dude. Gloomhaven has been out for a while, but it's releasing on PS5 and PS4, okay? So here you go. If you're not familiar, here is your trailer.
PlayStation.
Sorry, my son needed something, man. All right. So Gloomhaven launch for PS5 and PS4. Very cool. Here's what Tim Wynn just dropped us. We've seen a little bit of the Warhammer Realm of Ruin stuff, but this is a game overview trailer. I don't think we've seen this one, man. So let's take a look at this.
16.
Thanks, buddy.
Realms of Ruin is a real-time strategy game set during the war-torn Age of Sigmar. Immerse yourself in the savage realm of Gur across multiple modes. Experience a cinematic campaign featuring 4 major factions, including Stormcast Eternals, Auric Krulboys, and Nighthaunt, penned in conjunction with acclaimed Black Library author Gav Thorpe. Follow dauntless Stormcast Eternals as they search for a means to survive relentless Auric Krulboys' attacks. The swamps of Gur hide an arcane power that may be their salvation, but in that fetid place, dark secrets and danger await those brave enough to enter. Conquest Mode. A single-player challenge mode, played over a procedurally generated campaign that pits players against a series of unpredictable combat scenarios and maps, featuring rule-breaking
No, I have had
twists
goat's
that
cheese,
can
dude.
transform
Goat
the
cheese, but I haven't had
conditions of
goat
conflict.
milk.
Charge directly to victory, or take on more battles to challenge for a higher score. The choice is yours.
Goat cheese is good.
No 2 Conquest campaigns will ever be the same. Challenge players from around the world in online cross-platform multiplayer modes. Battle opponents in casual play. Or put your strategy and skill to the test in ranked competitive play. Compete in 1v1 or 2v2 skirmishes with up to 3 AI. Or play co-op with a friend. Craft your vision of Gur by constructing battle maps with a revolutionary map editor, which utilizes the same powerful tools used to create existing maps in the game. Select the size for your arena of conflict and enjoy full control over biome selection, terrain manipulation and painting, and placement of in-game items and objectives. Create wide-open swamplands for an all-out skirmish. Or generate an array of contained arenas that reward tactical assaults. Build, share, and compete on maps you've made. Customize your units with the Army Livery Editor. Place and pose characters and props in the Scene Editor. And share your battle dioramas with the Photo Mode.
Cool.
Warhammer,
Yeah,
Age of
I'm not
Sigmar
really
Realms
planning on
of
playing
Ruin
this right now,
releases on
Timon.
the
So if
17th
you end up
November.
diving into this,
Pre-order the
man, I'm
deluxe or
gonna
ultimate
like,
editions
lean on
now
you to let
to
me
play
know
up to
how
3
it's
days
feeling,
early.
man. Very cool though, man. Thanks for sharing the trailer with us, dude. The updated trailer. We'd seen a little bit of this before, but nothing extensive like that. Very cool, man. Super Mario RPG reveals more new features. When Super Mario RPG releases this fall, which is November 17th, I think, Switch users will finally get a chance to experience a classic Super Nintendo game. This is my favorite Mario game of all time, and I'm so glad that it's coming back out. From everything revealed thus far, Super Mario RPG has looked fairly faithful to the Super Nintendo version, though players can expect a handful of additions. According to the game's official Japanese website, game standard difficulty seems to be unchanged, but there will also be an easy mode, and players will be able to toggle back and forth between them. As players defeat enemies in the game, they'll also unlock entries in a new bestiary. As with other Switch remakes, the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Super Mario RPG will allow players to toggle back and forth between the original Super Nintendo soundtrack and the new music featured in the remake. Remains to be seen how much the new soundtrack will differ from the original, but it's nice that players will be able to choose the one that works best for them. Yeah, so the SNES version versus the Switch version. So we've seen a little bit in the most recent Nintendo Direct showcase that showed some differences. Like the original game, I think the original game was like you would get a more powerful attack if you timed your attacks Right. So basically, it's like hitting a button, the attack button, the same time your character was hitting the enemy. You get like a more powerful attack. Same thing with defense. You'd get a better defense if you timed your block whenever an enemy was hitting you, stuff like that. But I think like the new one's showing like if you time your attack right, you hit the entire enemy squad and stuff. It's kind of wild. So most notable change, obviously, is going to be graphics wise, right? But in addition to the new easy mode, bestiary, and soundtrack, players can also expect rematches with some of the game's bosses after clearing the campaign. Some changes have also been made to the game's combat. Players that time their button presses right when attacking can now unleash damage on all foes. This also raises a new gauge. Players, when full, players can unleash a triple move, which will be different based on the members that are in the current party. Yeah. That was some of the big stuff that I noticed in that latest showcase. So, yeah, November 17th, man. Yeah. So, pretty cool. Hopefully, it still maintains the core of what made Mario RPG such a great game back in the day. Lies of P developer adds controversial DRM days after reviews go live. This is so weird. Last week, reviews of Lies of P went live. They were mostly positive. In our review, we said, if you're a fan of Soulsborne and want to add a spice of rewarding difficulty to your gaming career, you must check out Lies of P. Gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, this game's been getting good scores right now, which is great. However, a few days after all those positive reviews went live, developer NeoWiz quietly added the controversial DRM. People were pirating it, that's why. Immediately drawing the ire of some of the community. The news was first spotted by the team of Exputer. Over the years, Denuvo has become very unpopular among the PC gaming crowd. This is because the software sometimes causes performance issues on the platform. Seeing the team wait until reviews had gone live could mean that Lies of P fans playing on PC won't enjoy the same performance that reviewers enjoyed in the pre-release build. Of course, it must be said that we don't know if the DRM tech will actually impact performance, but previous precedence has led fans to believe NeoWiz is implementing it late in an attempt to sneak it past players while keeping hype high after the reviews. We'll have to wait until Lies of P releases to know if that's actually true. What is clear is that fans are becoming increasingly unhappy. Yeah, we all know about Denuvo, dude. Yeah, so the actual release date is tomorrow. And we'll start finding early access was on the 15th. So we've already gotten a lot of critic reviews and stuff. But user reviews are something that I'm always looking for to kind of contrast to the critic reviews as well. Because sometimes that's appropriate. Usually you kind of look at the average between critic reviews and user reviews. And each platform is going to feel a little bit different most often too. What you'd like to see from a developer is that the platforms don't feel too much different. That tells you that they did a pretty good job of optimizing between all the different platforms. But as we know, it's not always the case. So we'll look at reviews from users starting tomorrow and on the 20th as well for Lies of P and see how it's going and see if Denuvo maybe is throwing a wrench in the performance here of the game now that they're adding it in. Apex Legends Harbinger's Collection event launches tomorrow. Full patch notes. So Apex is kicking off so I think this is actually like the last article we have for the day. Then we're going to go play some games, okay? So if anybody has anything else to add, like Tim Wynn brought to our attention just a little bit ago, let me know in chat and we'll address it. We'll talk about it before we move on and play games for the rest of the day, okay? Apex is kicking off the Harbinger's Collection event on September 19th. The new event is bringing a new limited time mode called Living Shell Trio, bringing several new cosmetics to the game. The event will run through October 3rd, giving fans plenty of time to jump in and earn all of the new content developer Respawn is adding to the rotation. Unlike a major season refresh, this isn't the most comprehensive update, but Apex players should expect a fair share of balance changes and bug fixes alongside the new content. The Harbinger's Collection event includes a total of 24 new cosmetics. Fans of Fuse and Bloodhound should be particularly happy because both legends are getting new legendary skins from the event. Fuse is also getting a new heirloom if you're able to get every limited time item before the event ends. That'll likely cost you a pretty penny, but the electric guitar axe is very cool looking. There will also be a rotating store full of limited time offers and a new badge that you can earn by completing objectives during the event. Full patch notes for the Harbinger's Collection event are below, and it starts tomorrow, all right? Let's watch this real quick.
All right, listen up, lads. If we're gonna fight the bloody apocalypse, we're gonna need a hell of a lot of fire.
It feels like
Good
it's going to be
thing your
hard to
old
tell
mate
any character
Fusey
apart.
showed up, eh?
Everything looks so dark, and a lot of the skins
A little
look very
darkness never
similar.
hurt anyone.
God,
That's what you lot are for. Well, now, what's this?
it's going to be kind of hard to tell who you're fighting.
You're not the
Sometimes.
first blemish I've cut away.
Fate will be on our side.
This is not magic.
What's up, Sai? Happy Monday, dude.
You dead yet? The
Oh.
suspense is boring me.
You're a trip, bro.
Prezi from Houndy. Good for shredding a few blokes too, I reckon.
New limited time living shell trios. A new ordinance is upon us, the Rev Shell. For a limited time, take out your enemies with a target-seeking grenade that looks almost as scary as the damage it does. Grab a shell, toss it in the air, and it will take care of the rest. Look for valid targets before dealing significant damage. But beware, your opponents can take aim and shoot it down to cause an early detonation. Living Shell Trios is available for the full length of the Harbinger's Collection event, which is the 19th of September through the 3rd of October. World's Edge has become bewitched and shrouded in darkness. 24 collection items for the event, a reward tracker, store tab, all that stuff. Weapon crafting rotation. They've got all this stuff in here for you guys to take a look at if you're playing Apex, okay? Can't blow myself up in the game if I'm not playing it. But I would if I did. Yeah, you're right. That's what I do, man. Yeah. Cool. So the other thing we have is that I'll be bookmarking this. So on Thursday, we'll watch the Capcom event from Tokyo Game Show. There's some other stuff popping off then too, I think. So we'll probably see over the next coming couple of days. Clerks, bro. Jesus. Oh, man. This has been a long time since I've seen Clerks. So we'll watch this. This will be at like 9 o'clock a.m. So we'll do the news on Thursday. News on Thursday. Then we'll watch this. Then we'll play Payday 3 for the rest of the day. That'll kind of be the jam, okay? Ferret?
Unacceptable!
I'm going to need you to just reschedule that, dude, for outside of stream time, okay? Is that the kind of appointment you're having, dude? All right, dude, let's get some tunes going. gotta get the flatulence addressed at the appointment. That's the problem. It's got a flatulation kind of situation. All right, dude. Great news segment, guys. Thanks. That's the news for today, September 18th. We're going to go play some games. It'll either be, let's see here. It'll either be God of Weapons. It'll probably be God of Weapons. But there's a chance First Descendant will be available. They're saying the beta's not supposed to be starting until tomorrow, but they allowed me to install it and everything already. It'll probably be, we can get into the game, load it up and everything, but it'll be like, oh, you can't start playing until tomorrow, I'm guessing. But we're going to try it out and see what happens, okay? So, that's the plan. That's the jam. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, dude. So, we're going to move on. We're going to play games. Yeah. The plan moving forward is kind of First Descendant. God of Weapons probably today. First Descendant for tomorrow. And then Wednesday will be a down day like it normally is. And then Payday 3 starts on Thursday. If Payday 3 is available during the beginning of the stream time and everything, then we'll just play Payday 3 all day. If it doesn't release till later in the day, we'll just do another day of the First Descendant and beta stuff before we start playing Payday 3. But that's kind of what we got going on. Payday 3 is probably going to be the jam until the end of the month, as long as the game feels good and I'm having fun with it. Payday 3 will probably be end of the month until Scaretober starts, man. It's coming quick, baby. It's coming quick. Hey, what? Oh. Yeah, dude. No, I got you. I know all about that. I was just playing, dude. I wouldn't expect you to do that. Yeah. So you guys rock. Thank you very much. It was a great news segment. We're gonna go play some games. If anybody's been able to hang out and check out the content this morning for the first time, we do the new video gaming news at the beginning of every stream. We're not done right now. We're getting ready to just segue over into playing video games for the rest of the day. But we take every Wednesday off. Other than that, we're live 6 days a week. We start off at roughly 6 a.m. CDT every single day. We kick it off with video gaming news. Then once we're finished with that, we go play games for the rest of the day. Roughly 8 to 9 hours a day, average probably. We're always looking for more people that enjoy the world of video games. Cool people, chill people that enjoy the same things that we're about to come hang out with us and be a part of this community that we're creating and just to hang out with us and have a good time, man, immersing ourselves in the world of video games that we love so much. So all of the previous video gaming news segments, all of the playthroughs we've done, all of the funny wild clips and highlights, all that stuff, all that content is out there on the Twitch channel, or here on the Twitch channel as highlights and playlists, as well as on our YouTube channel as VODs and playlists as well. So if you're looking to check out some of the content we've done previously, all of that stuff is out there on those two channels. Other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I hope the start to your week is going very well. And we will be back to do it again tomorrow for Tuesday, September 19th edition of Video Gaming News. All right. Oh, no Facebook. Appreciate it.